Hello, I'm Anna Napoli for the Finance News Network, and joining me now from Lake Resources is Managing Director Steve Prominitz. Steve, welcome back to FNN.
Thank you very much.
Lake Resources is developing a number of lithium projects in South America. How's progress?
Things have been at a brisk pace, and we're going to see another busy 6 months coming up. So in the last 3.5 years, we've gone from pegging areas in the heart of the lithium triangle to advancing one project up to pre-feasibility study and defined a resource called Kachi, another project called Cauchari where we announced a major discovery, and we hope to emulate that soon at Olaroz. So things are progressing well. The lithium sector itself is actually refocusing now on lithium brines from South America. Lithium pricing has come off this calendar year, but the lithium brines that are producing in South America are at the low part of the cost curve. So we've actually seen renewed interest in our company and our projects from the downstream players.
Turning to your projects in more detail, can you tell us a bit more about Cauchari?
Cauchari, we recently announced a major discovery. Right next to us is one of the largest defined resources of lithium brine on the planet, Gengfeng and Lithium Americas, and we were fortunate to show the extension of that area, of that resource, into the area we drilled. More than 300 metres, we actually got up to 500 metres of actual water column, and with that very similar grades. Now we could go and drill north and south of that and define a resource, but what we're thinking of doing is moving the rig up to Olaroz, and we'll be talking about that quite soon.
What about Kachi?
So Kachi, we defined a resource in November last year and a way to develop that using a new extraction technology. The company is Lilac out of the Silicon Valley, and they have a way of extracting that lithium in a very environmentally friendly way and a very efficient way, quite low cost. So we're just in the process of finishing a pre-feasibility study. Probably around November we should have that out. Then within sort of 8 weeks or so we should have the pilot plant that's showing this new direct extraction technology working on site, and then we'll be able to provide product to various downstream parties who we've had interest. And as you would reasonably expect, because batteries are made out of South Korea, Japan, China, that's where we've had the most interest, and more recently out of the United States as well.
And you mentioned Olaroz before. What's happening there?
We're the only junior that actually has leases next to current production of Orocobre, a Brisbane-based company, but they've been producing since early 2016. We're fortunate to have those areas. It's taken a while to actually get the permitting, but because of our success in demonstrating how we can drill at Cauchari, we hope to emulate that at Olaroz, and then we'll have 3 projects, and that'll be quite unusual for a junior company.
Steve, turning to finances and your share price, can you give us a bit more detail around that, starting with your finances?
So recently in August, September, we closed a capital raising, a vanilla equity capital raising for $2 million. Unfortunately, it was at a price that was lower than where we were trading. It's not something we necessarily wanted to do, but you've either got to make a decision as to whether you close the hatchets and you don't do much, and then you see your share price falter because you don't have any news, or do you keep at it and actually keep delivering news flow? And we've decided to go onto the second stream. So we've raised $2 million. That sets us up to continue the work at Olaroz and continue our work at the pre-feasibility study and the pilot plant, initiating the pilot plant at Kachi. Across the resources sector, if we leave out gold and nickel, there was a report by Bernstein Alliance just the other day that actually said that resources companies are tracking at about the lowest price they've seen since 1999, 2003. So it is unfortunate we're in this bit of a funk in the markets, but the good thing is that in the medium term the demand is there for lithium, and so hopefully with continued news flow we'll see a rebound. We're aiming to engage with somebody downstream. That should also help with the revaluation. If we look at companies that have a pre-feasibility study on a proven resource at the moment in the market, they're about an 80 to 120 million market cap. We're around 25 million, so hopefully we can get a re-rating over the next 4 or 5 months as we move through that process.
Final question, Steve. Where do you see this company in 12 months' time?
So in the next 3 months, we'll deliver a pre-feasibility study. Then a couple of months after that, we aim to have our pilot plant operating on site. And following on from that, then producing product to go to downstream users. So in the early part of next calendar year, have product that can go into qualification for various different battery makers. That then sets us up well to have a development partner to get Kachi moving. Simultaneously, the fact that we've announced a major discovery at Kalchari, we'll probably come back and drill some more holes there. We've certainly had a lot of interest in that project because it is next to such a major project going into production next year. Then if we can emulate the same in Olaroz, looking forward 12 months, we'll have a partner at Kachi getting that into development. We'll probably have something advancing on Kalchari and probably a new discovery at Olaroz. Then 2 years out, production, or 2.5 years out, production at Kachi. So it's a pretty exciting time in a pretty exciting space.
It's a very busy time for Lake Resources as well. Steve Prominitz, thank you so much for the update.
Thank you, Anna.